Yo, what's up? What's up? How you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Give me 1 second here. Did I even title this right? I don't know. It's supposed to say Maki versus Yujikuna debate. I don't even know if I titled it right. I'm opening up the stream on my other laptop so I can actually see the comments. I cannot see any of them right now. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, I was really far away from the mic. I don't know if you guys could even hear me. How are you guys doing? Give me 1 second. Just opening the stream. I cannot see any of your comments. How are you guys doing though? How's the audio sounding? Hopefully. Hey yo, what? Yo, I just opened YouTube on my other computer and it looks like Neo 3 has a Sukuna boss fight, a Ryomen Sukuna. Looks like he has 4 arms too. I'll look at that later. I don't know if that's real or like a mod. Okay, yeah, I did name this the right thing. Okay, cool. Now let me open this stream. Let's see. What were you guys saying? I couldn't see any of the chat. It's still loading. Hopefully I didn't miss too many. Oh yeah, I missed quite a few messages. All right, let me see. All right, Cynical, what's up, bro? Safe Mode, what's up? Spell, how you doing? Snailium, what's up? Solutions, Obsidian, Anno, Lighty, Zell, Bob, Womack, Hyde. What's up, all you guys? So yeah, we are doing I was gonna do like 15 finger Sukuna versus Maki if this was like more even, but instead I'm just gonna do 3 finger. I'll do 3 finger Sukuna. Oh, my fault. I'll do three finger Yujikuna versus Maki. All right, bro. My cat's scratching at the door. Why is this a debate? Yeah, for this stream I'll actually do 3 finger instead of 15, because what made me want to do this was my friend Restless Gambler. He posted a post of someone saying that like Maki was stronger than Sukuna. So that like made me want to do this. But yeah, if you guys want to join in the debate, you click on this poll. My fault. You click on this poll, and you click on the pinned comment, and you'll be able to join in the debate. But yeah, today we're doing Maki versus 3 finger Sukuna. Another thing was some people wanted me to do like Jogo versus the other disaster curses. Some people wanted me to do that. So I'm thinking I could start the stream with Jogo versus the other disaster curses, because like some people think that like Dagon could beat Jogo. So I was thinking I could start the stream with that. If like the people who wanted to debate that are still there, I can do that real quick. And then I'll get into the the Yujikuna versus Maki one, okay? So here. I'll just open this because this is like the main scene I would talk about. And I'm about to hop into the Discord debate portion, all right? So let me get that 1 second. And how's the audio sounding, by the way? Is the audio sounding good? Let me know in the chat how the audio sounds. My cat is jumping all over me. Bro, relax. All right. How's the audio sound, by the way? Oh, well. Hopefully the audio sounds good. It's good? Oh, okay, perfect. Thanks, Nilliam. Thank you. Audio's good. Thank you. All right, perfect. So, yeah, I'm hopping into the debate chat right now. I don't know if like the people who wanted to debate Jogo versus Dagon are still there, but if you guys are still there, hop in. Yo, Dark World, thank you for the donation, man. I really appreciate that. Chat, go check out Dark World's channel. He makes really good content. He started like with mainly Demon Slayer, and his Demon Slayer stuff is really good. But now he's doing Hunter x Hunter as well, and his Hunter x Hunter scaling is good too. So I recommend check out that channel. But all right. So I'm in debate voice chat 1. So anyone who wants to debate either Dagon versus Jogo or Maki versus Three Finger Sukuna, feel free to hop in. Julian, yeah, some people were saying that they think Dagon would beat Jogo. I don't know if they're going to actually hop into the debate or not. I hope they do. Yo, what's up, Anno? How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. Yeah, it's been a pretty nice day. But yeah, you said you're doing good?
Yeah. You know what I gotta look at here, because this is with the debate. The most, like with this debate, the most obvious comparison to go to, I think, would be where, because isn't there a part in the culling game, she's fighting when Megumi first gets taken over, she's fighting Sukuna, and he's like at 10% output or something, and he has like 16 fingers.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much you can say, like, if he's literally just 10% of like 16 finger strength, or if it's just like his curse technique is that weak, but his other stats are like normal.
Yeah, it's I could pull that scene up and look at it. I think it was his curse technique, and his normal like physicals were all right, but I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look and see. I think other than that though, just the fact that Megumi says that Toji was like on par with the speed of Three Finger Sukuna, while Three Finger Sukuna was like missing his heart, so his output would be low at the same time. And Sukuna wasn't trying at the same time too. He was like letting Megumi do attacks. That alone just puts like an actually trying full power Yujikuna. It's probably faster than Toji would be, or faster than Maki as well, and we just kind of fry.
I mean, maybe. I think like it's weird because this could just be the anime. I don't know if this happens in the manga. But like then Megumi basically tries to, after saying that, do like a trap against Toji where he's gonna like grab him so that he can't get away and stab him. But then Toji just like dashes back so fast, he just blitzes him. So like he could have just been underestimating, like Toji wasn't using his full speed there until that point or something.
Yeah, that's possible too. Yeah, I guess that's an argument too. So if you use that argument, then he hasn't seen like the full power of either of them, the full speed of either of them.
Yeah, I guess not. It's weird. Like, if you compared, what do you think about the Sukuna finger thing? Like that whole aspect of it.
Like what specific aspect? Like how many fingers?
Like just how. Yeah, like how characters like Jogo are compared to a certain amount of fingers.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think Jogo is said to be around, like, 7 or 8, right?
Yeah, he's, Kenjaku said that, but he did say he was being generous.
Yeah. Yeah, like, him being generous would be that. So I don't think he actually scales to that. I think he's, like, lower. Might be, like, 5 or 6.
Yeah, that would kind of make more sense.
And I don't even think that would scale to, like, all of his stats, because it definitely doesn't scale to technique, right? Because Jogo doesn't have an open barrier domain, but Sukuna does. So, I mean, even if, like, let's say well, the only thing we know for sure is that Jogo stated to be, like, above, I think, Three Finger Sukuna. He stated to be stronger. But he doesn't have, like, as much skill as him. He doesn't have open barrier domains. He's not able to like string together all these different binding vows. So even if Jogo's like, I think the stronger than him thing just comes down to like raw attack power at most, is what I think. Because he doesn't have as much defense as him either.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. It's just like, I don't know, like, because Three Finger Sukuna, does he really, like, scale to much other than the statement that he's, like, supposed to be relative in speed to Toji?
There's that, and then, also the statement where he fights Maharaga and he's like, oh, I might have lost to you the way I was back then. So that implies like even Three Finger Sukuna might have a chance of beating Maharaga, but it's like more likely that Maharaga would win.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Like he doesn't say like he would definitely win. He just said he might.
Yeah, this is kind of a... Dude, Maharaga has like the weirdest scaling in the verse.
Yeah, I mean, he is a pretty weird character. But I do think overall, like my stance on it overall is I think that Three Finger Yujikuna and Maki are like relative in speed, and Sukuna's just going to win by like out-skill diffing her, like because I'm pretty sure he can use Domain plus Fuga on her if he just uses a closed barrier. And like the sure hits might not work, but the Fuga is going to still like cook her. Yeah, so that's like what I think.
Wait, I want to ask, does Fuga, like, does the domain expansion Fuga even work with a closed barrier?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. Does Fuga work in a closed barrier? I'm not sure.
I think he doesn't. I forget what he does in the, like, Shinjuku Showdown. It's like, I think what he did was he created, like, an area where, like, stuff was kept in his domain or something. Like, it's not fully like a closed barrier, because otherwise it just wouldn't have even been able, like, Maki could have just chosen to not be inside it.
Yeah, it's like the one he did in Shinjuku was open, right? And the whole point was to capture Maki, because if he closed it, it would have considered her an inanimate object. I think that, so if he closes it, it's actually worse for him than if he opens it.
1 second. I also, there's someone who was saying they wanted to do Jogo versus Dagon, but yeah, he's in the chat right now. Maybe he'll hop in. Oh yeah, he hopped in. Yeah, because I think this one we could finish this one quickly, and then the rest of the stream could be Maki versus Yujikuna. Yeah, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, man? So yeah, we could do this one really. You think Dagon would beat Jogo?
Yeah, I think Dagon big beat sauce.
So yeah, what would your argument for that be?
He's better assertive than Nobito.
I'm sorry, what was that?
He's better scaling than Nobito.
You said better scaling than Nobito?
Yeah, I think you would just overwhelm him in his domain. I don't think you can prove. I think we can place his domain higher than we can place Jogo's.
So,
Why?
yeah, like, so you're saying better scaling than Nobito in which way? Like, what is better?
You speed them, you're able to react to them, you incapacitate them. Yeah.
Sorry, what was that? And here, we'll just do 1v1 at first, and then I'll open it up in 1 second. What? Could you say that again? I'm sorry.
He reacts to him and he can incapacitate him.
He reacts to him and incapacitates him. Okay. Like, he can react to Nobito, and he incapacitates Nobito. So you're saying, like, So you're saying he's, like, you think he's faster than Nobito?
From what we can tell, yeah.
Even though he says that he's not, you still think he is?
I mean, does he say it outside of the domain, or I'm not familiar with that.
So yeah, I mean, at the start, like, it says this in the data books too. Like, he was getting blitzed, and and Naobito was like objectively faster than him outside of the domain, right? And like he was trying to do his domain hand sign, and he was getting blitzed so badly he couldn't even make a hand sign, so he like had to draw a seal on his stomach. So he was like objectively slower than him outside of the domain. And so your argument is like inside of the domain with domain amps, he would then be faster than Naobito. That's like the argument you have.
I mean, yeah, there's like a major performative difference inside the domain, so I would just say the amp that he gets from the domain can just be like way.
Okay, so
when did he try to do hand signs for like domain though? Let me check.
Like the whole time, like when he was getting blitzed, he's like he couldn't hang with them in like just normal fighting, so he was trying to do his domain for a while and he couldn't do it. So that's why he like does a hand seal like on his stomach, like he draws like an actual seal on his stomach. The data book says the same thing.
Where does he try to do? I'm like, I don't see him ever try to like pop domain.
Well, here I can pull that up in 1 second. Here's like the main point I want to talk about though, right? So overall, your argument is like you think he's faster than Jogo, and do you think he's like raw strength stronger than Jogo too?
I think every rep. Dagon just above him. We can get into outside of the domain, like after you pull up him, like trying to pop his domain.
Yeah, I will in 1 second. So here's just the first thing I want to talk about here is I have it on stream actually. Like this is the point I was telling you about earlier. So it's chapter 109, page 6. We see this is so this is domain. Oh, actually, sorry. Does it start earlier than that? 6. Yeah, it's 6 all the way till about like 12. This whole interaction here. So this is domain amped Dagon, right?
Yeah.
So this is domain amped Dagon, and he's using. So this is like beyond 100% Dagon, but we then see like injured low output Naobito is able to react to domain amped Dagon's attacks, and so is Maki, by the way. And not only is he like reacting to it, he's like effortlessly countering these domain amped attacks and like smiling while he does it, while he's at low output, while he's missing an arm. Even Maki's able to counter it. And then we have Nanami on top of this. He's like, if we just keep fighting him in this state, we might win. Then you have, and mind you, this is all Jogo beyond 100%. Then you have like,
I disagree with that though.
You don't think domain amped Dagon's beyond 100% anymore? I thought that was your argument from the start.
Not specific. I mean, no, I think he gets amped, but against certain people, he designates 70% of his output to Naobito and 30% to Nanami, or whatever.
Okay, but yes, this is still domain amped Dagon, right?
Yeah, but he's splitting his power, so.
Okay, but still, this is Dagon beyond 100%, right? That's the main thing here. This is
arbitrarily above 100%, but.
Yep. So then, the problem with that is like you have Dagon beyond 100%, and all these characters are like, yeah, we actually might win this. Not only that, but they're countering his domain amped attacks. Then Jogo shows up, 3 pages, they're all fried. And this is base Jogo, not trying. He doesn't use a single named attack. So the reality is like based on that, Jogo does objectively far better than a like base.
No, I think that's wrong.
Well, the problem is it's a base not trying Jogo, just massively outperforming a domain amped Dagon. So like
I don't think and I don't think I don't know how your Bree's not trying or he's holding back. And I think those characters are all majorly weakened.
So okay, let's talk about the majorly weakened thing, right? They all have the exact same injuries.
Can we talk about the feats first?
Sorry,
like
what?
Dagon's feats.
Well, yeah.
Talk about Dagon's feats first.
Wait, do you have a counter to the point I just said though, or no?
Yeah, he beat up Maki, kicked through multiple forests. The only reason she got hits in was in Playful Cloud, and I don't know how you're back scaling Jogo to Maki with Playful Cloud. whenever Naoto was using
Wait, hold on a second.
or whatever.
Hold on a second. That doesn't have. No offense, like that just wasn't like what I was talking about. Like, do you have any counters to the points I just said? Like, what is your counter to the fact that
just going through like all what you said a lot. He like severely incapacitated. I mean, I think he blitzed Nanami whenever he like initially sent out Death Swarm. And for Naobito, he like one-shotted Naobito and like incapacitated him with a punch and then sent Death Swarm at him. So I don't think any of these people like actually scaled him in the domain. Like,
but no, I mean, like, what is your
when
counter
they
to what I
like,
just said
win,
though?
Like, none of them even damage him.
No,
He also dodges Naobito like off guard as well.
no. Here, what is your counter to the point I just said though? Like that, what you just said was pretty much irrelevant to what I was talking about.
I mean,
No
it
offense,
wouldn't be a performative difference because none of these people are actually scalable to Dagon, so that would kind of lead into that point as well.
No, okay. Let me try to. Maybe I didn't explain it like properly. The point I'm making is that this is domain amped Dagon. He fires an attack in his domain against these nerfed versions of these characters. They all block and counter it, and then they're saying we might actually beat him. Okay. Then Jogo. Then Jogo in base form, not in his domain, one taps all of them. So by that metric, Jogo objectively outperforms a domain amped Dagon. So like my question is like, what is?
Yeah, I mean you're saying objectively, but that's also wrong. Like it's not objective, and you are wrong.
Wait, how is it not objective?
Naobito gets one-shotted by Dagon. Like he can block a singular fish, okay? He gets blitzed and like beat up by Dagon inside his domain. Nanami also gets blitzed. He also gets like majorly beat up. And none of these guys are. I don't.
But that's
know
not like the point
I don't know the statement we're saying they can win.
That's not the point I'm talking about. Like here, try to like.
You're not thinking about them all scaling to Dagon and then them getting beat up by Jogo. That's not what you're talking about.
No. No,
okay, so
I'm talking about the specific scene that's like on screen. So okay, like, let me try to like word it differently, right? I actually am not sure how I could word it any differently. It's this specific scene that I have on screen. Do you have a debunk to this specific scene, like the stuff I just mentioned?
I mean, I already gave the response. Like your entire.
No, you're not even like talking about the same thing. You're talking about stuff earlier than this.
I mean. Wait, okay. Them blocking one fish, why do you think that disregards Naobito getting one-shotted?
I'm sorry?
Like, you hyper, like, focusing on one specific instance of him blocking a fish, why do you think that's relevant? What is stopping Dagon from just running up and doing what he did to Naobito, hitting him with Death Swarm and punching him in the face and one-shotting him?
Okay, I'm not really sure why you're even mentioning that, because like again, like you haven't debunked the point that I made. These are like really like terribly dishonest tactics. You're like hyper focusing on like one specific scene where he blocks one fish, but you're ignoring all like the most consistent thing that Dagon was beating him up. He can sure be like very low end with his sure hit. With his sure hit, yeah. The reason I'm bringing up this, the reason I'm bringing up this scene is because it's showing you like the difference in scaling. It's showing you what domain amped Dagon can do with his curse technique versus what base form Jogo does with his curse technique. That's why I picked this specific scene.
Or do you want me to send scans, or am I muted, or like are you? I mean, you're just not taking into account the fact that he one-shotted Naobito before, or like what's happening?
Okay, I'm not sure. You're talking about his like, sure hit, right?
Translation here, like he can be very low end relative to the point where he can block one singular fish. But what's more consistent that he gets noticed by Dagon and then he blitzes Jogo.
Okay,
like,
hold on a second.
Jogo,
so
like,
you realize the sure hit is a different thing than his curse technique, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what Dagon performs with his normal sure hit. Actually, not his normal sure hit. It's amped by his
So why are we
domain.
hyper focusing on one specific thing when his punch is like
Well,
regular
do you have a
punch
counter to
outperforms
it?
his
Yes.
sure hit?
Well, I mean, it's because it's the first
literally
point.
irrelevant. That can just be below his physicals. Like, look at what I sent in general.
Wait, hold on. Wait, sorry. I mean, I just want to stay on this one point first, and if you have a counter to it, we can move on, okay? If you don't, it's okay.
This is like the most like dishonest tactics ever. Like, sure, I can grant he's like low end.
How is it
relative to the point
dishonest?
to block one singular fish.
No, it's not. It's not one singular fish. It's he's using his curse technique while he's amped by his domain. Okay, that's the whole point. Because this is actually like about as close to a one-to-one example as I could find. That's why I picked it. It's because we literally see Dagon amped by his domain use his curse technique, right? And then we see Jogo not amped by his domain uses his curse technique, and they all get one tapped. Meanwhile, Jogo.
I have to hyper fixate on one singular thing. Like the one instance he ever reacts to Dagon. Like, we have to focus on this instead of like the most consistent. He literally beats the shit out of Naobito. Like, this is just you hyper fixate on this one specific point. Like, why can we not just look at the entire fight? Like, the debunk to that entire.
Well, wait, what do you mean? Point, like, everything else before this was the sure hit.
The debunk to that point would be bringing up what's consistent in the fight. He blitzes Nanami. He blitzes and one-shots Naobito. That's the debunk to the point. I don't know what's being like lost here.
Well, no, it just seems like you're just kind of skipping over what I'm saying, because you're talking about about when he's hitting him with the sure hit, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about when they.
That's what you're talking about, right? You're talking about when he hits him with the sure hit. That's the scene you want to focus on.
I'm taking the fight as a whole. I'm not trying to hyper fixate on one singular thing.
I'm not
trying to do what you're doing, but
no, it's a yes or no. Are you talking about the sure hit scenes? Yes or no?
You asked for the debunk, and I'm giving you it. And you want to type? Wait, why do you even think this is a sure hit? Like, this is just his curse. Why do you not think this is just a curse technique? I was just trying to understand what you said. Were you talking about the scene where he's hitting him with the sure hit? Yes or no? Wait, but like your entire point is like hyper like fixated on this one thing, and I don't even know why it's a sure hit. And even then, he can change his sure hit. Like, he can change his sure hit from being like a load of fish to like one singular fish. They can scale like low and relative to him. Sure, like, okay. I think he blitzes Jogo. I think all of them are severely weakened after the fight as well. Yeah, I don't know. This might just kind of be like where the debate kind of stops, I guess, because it doesn't seem like there's much of a counter to the point I brought up at the start. You keep trying to mention things that happened in the sure hit. Like, okay, what is your? I want to mention like the actual fight, and so like, does this actually like? Do you think this looks good for you? Like, you bring up one singular example of the one time the entire fight. Like, anyone can go read the fight. Once he pops his domain, he blocks one singular attack. He gets one-shotted, and he gets like Dagon dodges him like while he's not even looking, and he gets literally one-shotted. But like with the one example where he blocked one singular fish, apparently means that there's some sort of connection to Jogo. Well, no, that's not the only thing. I just brought up like the closest thing we had to a one-to-one example, which is just Dagon using his curse technique while he's amped by his domain, and then we see base form Jogo uses his curse technique and one taps them, and yeah, so I mean that's a pretty straightforward one-to-one example, and it's like. But here, real quick, Lighty. Scalable fish can be below Jogo, okay? I think Dagon just runs up and blitzes him. No, the whole point I'm saying is this is Dagon amped by his domain using his curse technique. Then we see. I'm granting this shitty random unscalable fish. I don't know how you're ever. I mean, it's his. This is stronger than his physicals, but like, even if for whatever reason I grant it, what's more consistent that like, what he can output is just above that instance. Well, no, I mean, it's just a straight one-to-one example. But Lighty, you wanted to say something real quick?
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Because I don't know if this. I don't know if Calamity's confused or not. Calamity, what we're talking about is the thing with him blitzing Naobito is while Naobito is standing completely still, blocking Death Swarm. That's not what I was speaking about. This is how I know you guys are like
like
You're talking
followers
about when
on
he
Facebook.
blitzed.
No.
When he blitzed.
That's not what I was talking about.
And punched him, and then said
that's
death
not
to him. I'm talking about the panel. The panel you said in general, right?
I mean, this was for incapacitating him, and this was for the one where he's like blatantly outsped him.
Well, okay. Well, hold on a second. Lighty, did you have like a main point you wanted to make real quick? Did you have a main point you wanted to make?
Yeah, okay. Main point is that when Dagon's sure hit is completely off, and Naobito is not standing completely still, Naobito can block Dagon's attacks, like, genuinely.
Okay,
right?
Scale that fish. Wait, can you scale that fish, like, anywhere near his physicals?
Scale Dagon without a death swarm right now.
Yeah, can you scale that? Wait, can you scale that one
okay, hold on.
fish literally
Here,
anywhere?
Lighty, I'll just, I'd like this to just finish 1v1 for a second. So, yeah, Calamity, yeah, just to, like, really simplify, like, I just want to keep this, like, on one track, like, one thing at a time, right? The main point I was making was I was showing an example where we see Dagon.
I know the point, like, what?
Okay, explain the point then, real quick.
Okay, the point is whenever he's amped by his domain, he uses the curse technique. Naobito blocks it. Jogo, without using his domain, just his regular curse technique, he gets incapacitated. Am I right?
Sorry, you said Jogo with his regular curse technique does what?
Incapacitates him. I mean, I disagree with that, but that's your point.
No, yeah, that is. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, one-to-one scaling.
Yeah,
and I'm asking you, what is? And I'm asking you why.
You need to justify, like, why is this a full output, like, curse technique? Why is it like a full output of his thing? This could just be him, like. I mean, we know he regulates how much he's outputting based on who he's fighting. So we see that at the start of the fight. So this could just be like a holding back one, or he's like splitting the output between the two. And then we just look at other like prior stuff where he uses his curse technique and either like even his physicals.
So okay, so let me make sure I'm understanding your point. So your counter argument, you're saying that like even though this is domain amped Dagon, and we see nerfed versions of all of these characters react to his curse technique, and Nanami says, you know what, we might actually beat this guy, even though all of that's happening because Dagon's holding back. Is that your argument?
I'm talking, I mean, why are you broadening the fight? I thought we were hyper fixating on one singular thing.
No, I'm trying to understand the point you just made. Did I misunderstand it?
For that like specific example of them blocking the curse technique, yeah, I think he could have just been splitting the output like he does at the start of the fight.
So your argument is, so that means Naobito, while nerfed, missing an arm, low output, and Dagon's beyond 100%, Dagon uses 70% of that, and Naobito's still just like kind of low diffing it.
He uses 70% for him at the start of the fight. I don't know if like you can.
You just said he kept it the same split, right? You just said that, right?
I didn't say it the same split. I just say like he would be splitting it like he did at the start. I'm not saying like the split's the same. I'm saying the function of him like is like splitting his curse energy would be the same.
So what? I mean, okay, if this is your claim, what do you think the split is? Like, what's the actual numbers then?
I don't know. Like, I mean, if we look at it, they both like visibly look the same. I guess if you dump more curse energy, it could just be like bigger. So maybe it's like 50-50. Like, who knows?
So, okay, that's pretty bad. So if it's 50-50, then Dagon, beyond 100%, using 50% of his power, is getting low diffed by Naobito at low output with one hand.
I mean, this is like even like a possible thing. I don't even know why he's even like going all out here. Like, even if I say it's 50-50, which I don't even think it is, because we have like more like consistency of Dagon being like way above these people. I don't think one singular feat would like change the outcome, like the consistent, like what we actually have consistently. Like, this could be like he could be splitting 10% and 10%. Like, we just don't know. Like, as long as we like agree or like come to some sort of like showing that like based on prior feats, he could just be holding back here. I
mean, can you prove that? Can you? Okay, so if you're saying he's holding back, can you prove that?
It would just be more likely, as it would like contradict any sort of like the most like consistent feats.
Well, like, prove he's holding back real quick. How can you even prove that?
I mean, yeah, it just said it.
Okay, so you understand like domains are the pinnacle of sorcery, right?
Yeah, you can still hold back in your domain.
Well, no, here's the thing. If he can beat these guys while holding back, what's even the point of opening a domain? Just beat them without it. It's a humongous use of energy.
Okay, I mean, he literally chills in his domain. Like he like all the cursed spirits literally just like chill and like swim in the beach and stuff. I don't think it's really like a
Yeah, I mean, I think we're kind of just like not really making any progress here because you're still not like really providing a.
What?
Well, no, you just
Wait,
really haven't.
You literally asked me that. You literally said it's training him, and I gave you an example where he's literally just like he just goes in there for fun. Like it's not training him. Why is that not reaching it?
Well,
like,
no, the real problem here, right, is you haven't really provided a counterpoint to the very first point I've made yet. Like so far, like what I'm seeing is you're saying the reason why Jogo is outperforming a domain amped Dagon is because Dagon's holding back. That's your whole argument, right?
I mean, I can.
That is the whole argument, right?
Or he could be weakened by the Megumi like piercing it. He has to enter a domain battle with him.
So wait, which argument are you using?
I mean, it could be both. Like I don't.
Wait,
they're just like both.
So what?
To the same point.
What's the second point you said? You said that Megumi entering weakened his. It just took away his domain buff.
I mean, he has to enter a domain class with him. So yeah, I guess he would have to spend more not chakra. He'd have to spend more cursed energy or expend himself more.
Can you prove that?
Prove which part of it specifically?
You said that Megumi clashing with his domain is getting rid of his domain buff. Can you prove that?
I mean, if I can prove it weakens him, that would still nullify these like feats. But okay.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Even if I prove it weakens him, that would still nullify these feats because there's like a clear
Wait, so can you prove it? Yes or no? I'm just trying to see you actually prove what you said.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you want scans or can you?
I mean, you can just explain them. I have the manga up, so you can just explain it. Like how?
I mean, sure. I mean, we can index it to like either like a performance difference or like I don't really have scans for this, but I can probably try to find them. But there's it seems like pretty obvious to me that if you're like having to constantly like engage in like a separate fight where you have to construct your domain, something like apparently that you think takes like loads of curse energy or whatever, or it's like really takes like a lot of skill and like focus to make, then I think he'd have to expand himself more, which would just lead to him like maybe like weakening his sure hit or either weakening his sure hit or like expending more curse energy, which would then just like weaken his techniques.
Then why doesn't he say that?
Does he even speak?
Okay, yeah, I actually have it on screen. So, Dagon, he says that his domain is in a tug of war with Megumi's, and he says to restore my domain's guaranteed hit, I have to crush his domain. That's the only thing he says is affected. Is just that the sure hit's gone. It's the only thing he said.
You think an argument from silence is like valid?
This is your point, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I can still give a fallacy to a counterpoint. Like, if your like response to my thing is just fallacious.
No. I'm just genuinely asking you, like, why is he not mentioning that?
I don't know. Like, I'm not.
So I mean,
author. Like,
so okay, so let me.
I don't think that his readers need to be spoon fed. Like, if.
Well, hold on a second. I mean, this is your point, right? So
he's literally saying like he has to crush his domain. Like he's making note that he has to engage him in a domain battle. I think if you read this story and you weren't being like disingenuous, you would make the assertion, or to be more likely that he would be expanding himself more to crush his domain.
Okay, let me get this straight. So your whole argument here is, correct me if I'm wrong. I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. The argument you just made, the reason why base form not trying Jogo is outperforming a domain amped Dagon is because clashing with Megumi's domain takes away his domain buff. Even though he never says that. That's hold on. Even though Dagon never says that, That is your whole argument here?
Need to. I mean, he doesn't need to. It's
Wait, did I get that right or wrong?
Conclusion that comes from engaging in a domain battle.
Did I get that right or wrong?
Yeah, you got it wrong because you were strawmanning, and you know you were.
Explain to me what thing I specifically said that was wrong there.
About the domain.
What did I actually say that was wrong? Like, just repeat what I said that was incorrect.
The entire last part of it, I don't remember word for word, but I literally, like, obviously know, like, what the argument is. I mean, I didn't even mention Jogo, but...
wait, what did I say that was... What did I say that was wrong? What did I say that was... You said I was wrong. What did I say that was wrong? What was it?
That my argument was taking away his domain buffs. That's not my argument.
Okay.
Okay, the argument, it's pretty simple. Indexing this Dagon to be weaker than regular Dagon is...
Wait, okay, hold on a second. Now you're saying he's weaker than normal? Okay. Now you're saying that domain amped... Point? You said now your whole argument now is domain amped Dagon, because he's clashing with Megumi, is weaker than base Dagon? Is that what you're saying now?
I mean... he would just be weaker in general, so I don't think any feat would like.
Wait, weaker than base Dagon or what? Like, how, because the argument, it seems like you're changing your argument every time I ask you to clarify it.
No, like this entire, I've tried to clarify it. I don't know if it doesn't go through. Like, the entire point is that this Dagon is not at like his full. He's not at his like full capacity like of power. Like that's exactly what I was speaking of before about like indexing it to feats. Like before he punched a hole in his domain. He has far better feats than after whenever he states he has to engage him and crush his domain, and he doesn't have a sure hit. He has way better feats before that. And we know
you keep changing your points, man. Like I'd like to finish.
Point, like I don't know.
No, I'd like to. I'd like to finish one point before going to the next, okay? Because so far it's like you've listed about 5 different points. You're like shotgunning a bunch of them, and
all 1 point.
Okay, so let me just simplify this, right? So, at first, the whole thing I was just talking about is like, hold on. So, your whole point so far is just the reason why Domain Amp Dagon's getting outperformed by a not trying base form Jogo is because he's weakened, nerfed, not trying. That's your whole argument, right?
I'm not specifically bringing Jogo into it like right now. I mean I'm like attacking the connector, so the connector.
But no, that's the main point, bro. Like that's the first point I made, and I just wanted you to counter it, but you've been going for a while now, and it doesn't seem like there's a counter to it.
Do you know what the connector is? Do you know what that means? That word means?
Look, I don't think that's necessary. If you can just debunk it with like 1 or 2 sentences here, it should be. If there's a solid debunk to it, you can.
Dagon and Jogo, like, what is the connection? Like, which characters connect this?
What?
Which characters connect this? This is your argument. Which characters connect Dagon and Jogo? You don't even know your own argument.
No, I'm just.
We're literally arguing for Naoto and Nanami, like scaling to Dagon's curse technique, and they don't scale to Jogo's. Like you don't even know your own argument.
No, I'm just not sure why you'd ask that, because I mean it's pretty obvious who I'm talking about.
That's not true, bro.
No, I'm genuine.
They gonna ask you a simple question, like.
No, I mean what? I think the answer is simple too, right? Like it's clear that I'm talking about Nanami, Naobito, and Maki, the same people that Dagon fights.
Okay, and I'm attacking your connector, not the first connection, Dagon to these people. I'm attacking that. I can get to the Jogo stuff after. What I'm attacking is the connection in general. If there was no connection...
Wait, what? Okay, hold on, brother, hold on. So this is like the 5th time you've changed the argument. Like, can you please just stick to one counterpoint and finish it?
Wait, so... Okay, what have I been arguing this whole time? Like, why did I bring
you keep changing it. You keep changing. I mean, you just keep changing the points, brother. I'd like you to just, make your one debunk, stick to it all the way through, and then we can talk about that. But this is like the 5th time you've changed. Because at first you were saying...
This is like the most
hold on a second.
Mistrack I've ever heard. Like, the entire point is I'm attacking the connection between the two. That's why I brought up Naobito getting incapacitated.
No, you've been changing it many times. No, at first you said...
I've not changed it once. And then...
I remember what you said.
the way you responded to like my the
What?
way you tried to like reinforce your connection was bringing up like these people like blocking his like attacks.
Well,
And then
no,
that's
I
when,
mean,
like, he
at
went
first
to
you
the
were saying,
point.
at first you were saying, oh, well, no, it's because Dagon's been weakened, and you're like, oh, well, no, he's just splitting up his power, and then you're like, oh, well, Megumi clashing with his domain is nerfing him, and now you're like, oh no, now I'm
They're
attacking the
all making the same
connector.
point.
That's like the fourth change, man. Like, just stick to one of
Wait,
these.
okay.
Just stick to one of these.
Like, do you not see how that's the same point? If he's okay, if,
They're
if the
that was
anti-feats
literally
you're
4
using for
different
Dagon-
points.
Let me finish. If the anti-feats that you're using for Dagon, if I'm trying to attack those, then and I'm trying to argue that he was stronger whenever he was beating them, that's clearly attacking the connection between them. Like what?
Then just stick. Okay, just make one example and finish it. Stop doing like 5. Dude, just pick one and go ahead.
Multiple point. Okay, I'm gonna lay out the entire argument. Okay, your entire point is that these Dagon to these people to Jogo. I'm showing that Dagon before the Megumi stuff was beating them really badly. He was blitzing them and one-shotting them. You're using anti-feats.
But no, you keep. I mean, you keep going back to
punching
stuff with the
holes.
sure
Okay.
hit, man. Like, brother, I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is not what
You
we're
finish?
talking about. We're not even talking
Okay,
about the
this
sure
is
hit. I'm
literally the
sorry.
entire point. This is the entire point. Let me finish, and then you can get it. You're bringing up anti-feats to prove your connection that they scaled his curse technique output. I brought up 2 examples to where your anti-feat wouldn't be relevant because he could be holding back like we know he does at the start of the fight, or it's not and or this is and or Megumi's punching holes in his domain, which we know would nerf him. So these anti-feats do not connect, and what is more consistent, when he doesn't have these hindrances, he is above these people, so your chain scale would be broken.
I mean, man. Yeah, man. You're just kind of. None of these.
Points?
No, none of these are debunks, my friend. I'm sorry, but
Wait, so Naobito blitzing him, getting weaker, and then going relative with him isn't like that doesn't like show anything to you?
So I mean, that's not the feat we're talking about here. But so okay, so your whole argument is
them blocking the curse technique. Are you not talking about them blocking the curse technique?
I mean, I was just trying to get you to give, one answer to why they're able to do this against a domain amped Dagon. They just objectively do better, man. And then Jogo shows up and low diffs them. And your answer to that is that he's holding back, he's splitting up his curse technique, he's nerfed, right?
I mean, the whole point is that he's not at his full capacity. It's
okay, so if you want to make that point, well, how much is he nerfed? How much is he nerfed?
He's holding back and or being weakened by Megumi.
Okay. That's your debunk to it. You think he's holding back and or being weakened by, and that's why base Jogo is doing way better than domain amped Dagon. That's your answer.
Okay.
Well, yes, yes or no? Is that what you're saying?
No, like you've completely strawmanned it.
Wait, what? No, I thought I understood that perfectly. Okay. Listen, man.
No, this is not. Wait. What you're confused in, the series of your scaling goes from A, being Dagon, B to being like Naobito and stuff, to C, Jogo. You think my arguments are going from A to B? You think my arguments are going from A to C? They're going from A to B. Because of A causes B, then B causes B. If I remove B, then C just wouldn't happen. That's the entire point. If I remove the middle part of it, then that chain is just broken.
Brother, I mean, it's okay. Look, let me tell you how I would try to debunk this, right? I don't care.
No, I don't care. Just I think I've perfectly debunked this. What do you think is wrong with what I'm saying? If I prove Dagon does not provably, if Naobito and Nanami do not provably scale to a full part Dagon, how does this track onto your argument? It doesn't.
I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Just hold on. What did you just say? You said you think. Okay, look, this is a lot. Like, you're saying a lot of different points at once, and none of them debunk what I'm saying. That's kind of the problem here. It's just like a.
Please answer. Okay, let me answer let me ask the question. Please answer. If I disprove, no, I mean, if I show you, or if I disprove them scaling to Dagon, how would you connect them to Dagon? How would you connect Jogo to Dagon?
Your question was like, if they don't scale to Dagon, how would I scale them to Dagon?
No, if they don't scale to Dagon, how would you connect Jogo to Dagon?
Well, they word for, like, I mean, brother, we literally see them on screen.
Okay, and if I index that to him holding back, and whenever he's not holding back or being weakened, he's beating their asses, how would you connect that to Jogo?
Hold on a second, man. I mean, like, all this holding back stuff, you can't prove any of it anyway. I've asked you to, and you just can't.
I mean, it would be... I mean, you can index it to being a performative difference.
But hold on a second. I mean, dude, like, it seems so... The whole point is just... Dagon has to be holding back. That's why he's doing worse. Because if he's not holding back, then that just means Jogo's stronger. Right?
No, it's like a likelihood thing, but I can give it like...
Wait, hold on. That's like a pretty simple yes or no, right? Like, if Dagon's not holding back in this scene here, then that means Jogo's just stronger, right? Can we agree on that?
No. No, because I think he could also I think he is just being weakened by Megumi as well. But look in general...
That's the point I'm making, right? Like, if this domain amped Dagon isn't nerfed, even though he never says he is, even though he's in a desperate situation, he's trying to get rid of Megumi. He doesn't mention anything about his power being lower. He doesn't mention anything about Megumi lowering its power in any way, shape, or form.
Doesn't need to.
Okay, so your whole...
do you know what an argument from silence is? Like, if so, I don't care if you Google it right now. I don't think we really need spoon fed on this.
Well, no, I'm just saying this isn't like really that strong of a counterpoint, my friend. The whole argument hinges on just hoping that Dagon's holding back here, even though nothing in the scenario says he is.
Okay. We don't need direct statements to enforce.
No, I'm not saying direct statements. I'm saying if you just look at like the pictures, they show you he's not. But
okay, how do we visualize him holding? I mean, I can just say to me it looks like he's holding back.
But no, it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, that it seems like that's your only. Oh, hold on. It seems like that's your only counterpoint.
It's not. Like, this is insane straw man. Like, is this a good engagement for you? Like, you've still not attacked this like at all. Like, I've sent this guy in general, where he states he focuses his power at like at different percentages at different times. Whenever these two people attack, these are the two people he states he's going to separate his
okay, here, let's just simplify this a bit. Do you at least admit that Jogo did better than Dagon?
No. I don't think he did better. I think
okay, so
weakened by the
well, hold on. That one, okay, let's just finish the debate with that point at least, because this other stuff you're talking about, we could talk about that for hours. I don't think it's even like the beginning of a debunk, to be honest, but like,
you're not getting it. Like,
no, I get it. I understand it completely.
Wait, can I just answer like last like yes or no questions like real quick?
No, we gotta move on because I got other people to talk to too. I just want
to like see if like you're like lost in it, or like if you understand.
No, I understand it quite well. But here's the last part of the debate, right? You just said you do not think Jogo did better than Dagon. You said you don't.
No, I think these people are just weakened, and I think Nobito blitzes them.
This is the same versions of the characters.
I mean, they're a lot weakened, so.
No, they are the same. Like, this is one arm Nobito. This is one eye Nanami. And they're outperforming in those states.
He can have one eye and be weaker at one point than another.
Okay, well, let's actually look through this, okay? So, I have it on screen. Can you see the stream right now?
I mean, I'm not looking. I'm on the chapter. But
no, that's fine.
I think fighting would just make them weaker.
No, that's fine. So, we're looking at this, right? And then on page 10, this is chapter 109, page 12, where they're already damaged. And Nanami's like, yo, if things continue like this, we could win. Okay, so I want you to explain where they get weakened exactly from this point. Like, where the point of, they're like, oh yeah, we might be able to beat this guy. Even though he's amped by his domain, we might be able to just beat him as long as he doesn't have his sure hit. So that's page 12. This is chapter
109.
109, page 12. Nanami says it. Okay, so I want you to explain to me, where do they get weaker from in between here and then when Jogo shows up? I want you to explain that.
I mean, I was mostly speaking about from the start of the fight they were getting weakened, but
No.
I mean,
That's completely irrelevant to my point. Okay. I'm about to move on, brother. We could continue this debate later.
Wait, can I ask this? Okay, if Dagon is above 100% of versions of these characters, and Jogo is above 20% version of these characters, who do you think is more impressive?
No, that's literally not.
Like, literally, just say Dagon or Jogo. Just say Dagon or Jogo.
No, I mean, because that seems like a misunderstanding of the fight, to be honest. That's not
Okay.
like we're literally seeing. We're literally.
I don't know like how this is not like getting through. Like, if Dagon beats like far healthier versions of them, sure, Jogo can be above these. Far
With his
weaker
sure hit,
versions
yes.
of
With
them,
his sure
right?
hit, yes. He can beat them with his sure hit.
He punches Naruto in the face and incapacitates him instantly.
Okay, I think you're misunderstanding that scene, or maybe just misremembering it. I think you might just be I think you're just misremembering it.
No, I'm on the
But,
fight. I'm looking at it.
It's okay.
He's negating his sure hit, and then he gets punched in the face and flying. He's immobile, and then gets hit with Death Storm. I'm looking at it right
Here,
now.
hold on a second. So yeah, you're saying that you think Dagon's above 100% versions of them, and you're just ignoring this scene where we see much weaker versions of them, like, able to beat Dagon. You're just ignoring that, I guess.
Okay. They didn't beat. Again, none of them beat Dagon. None of them even relevantly harmed him.
Nanami says that they could win.
Wait,
I mean,
can
that's what I'm saying.
you index where they say they might win? And
It's chapter 109, page 12, right here. I have it on screen.
Why do you think that means they're gonna beat Dagon instead of just escape the domain?
Because that's not, like, he didn't even know that was an option.
Megumi's literally drilling a hole in his domain right behind. He's literally defending.
Nanami doesn't know that until the next. Nanami doesn't know that until the next page, my friend.
In the same panel, he says Fushiguro is at his limit. What do you think he's at his limit doing?
Holding off the sure hit. That's the whole point of the scene, brother.
What?
Yes, the point of it, like,
Megumi is just out there holding his sure hit. Like,
okay, look,
you can literally see him drilling a hole in the domain. Like he's expanding his
no,
domain
brother,
inside his.
that's not what this. Okay, let me just read. Like, I'm reading the panel on stream right now. So this is Nanami. He's protecting Megumi, and he says if this continues like this, we might be able to win. But Megumi's at his limit. Then the next panel, Megumi explains what he's actually doing. He says, Nanami, the octopus thinks we're in the midst of a domain battle, but my objective is actually different. I'm trying to open a hole in the domain's barrier. Why would he tell Nanami something he already knows?
Because Nanami didn't ask him what? Why would he know that Nanami know?
But how would he know that? He doesn't know where the domain's barrier is. Only Megumi knows that.
What do you mean he doesn't know where the? Yeah, okay. Do you think he thinks Megumi's stupid?
No, I'm saying he literally doesn't know that this is what Megumi's doing.
I mean, he explains it to him, but I don't think
he explains it. He explains it after he says, "If this continues, we might be able to beat this domain amp Dagon."
You don't need to necessarily know what someone's exactly trying to do to have a notion that you might be better because of it. So if you're
wait, hold on. This is a complete. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. The point I was making is that Nanami says that he thinks that they can win as long as the sure hit's turned off. And then you're saying, no, he knew that Megumi was going to open the barrier. And now we're just showing you point blank. That's not what was happening. And you're just kind of backtracking on that.
No, that wasn't the point. The point was he knows Megumi is doing something that's going to benefit them eventually, and he's continually doing it. Whether he knows it's specifically the sure hit or not, doesn't really matter. He can say, "Oh, we might win."
So he's you're saying he's intuitively guessing. Hold on a second. You're saying he's intuitively guessing that Megumi's just opening a barrier in the domain. That's what you're saying?
Wait, so they might win and Fushiguro he's literally at his limit, so they might win, even though Fushiguro is going to collapse. Do you think they're gonna win and he just like dies there? What do you think is gonna happen whenever he like pushes past his limit and he collapses?
I mean, that's literally what Nanami says.
Like,
That's literally what Nanami says. He says, if things continue like this, we might be able to win. That's if this continues. Megumi's at his limit. So he's talking about that's if Megumi can keep domain clashing with him and keep like the sure hit off. He doesn't know about.
If Megumi can keep going, they might win. If Megumi can keep going with whatever he's doing, they might win. But if he's at his limit, like why would? Like, it's literally the exact same question. Like, I don't even need to reframe it.
But, like, how would he know? Like, so you're saying he just magically knows that Megumi's going to open a hole in the domain? He magically knows that? Even though Nanami doesn't... Nanami can't even make a domain himself. He for all we know, he doesn't know anything about domains, really. And, you're saying you think he just magically knows this, even though the next panel, Megumi goes out of his way to explain it to him? That they actually do have a chance?
I don't think he knows specifically what he's doing, but I think Nanami would have some sort of notion, based off what he said, that he's doing something maybe beyond the capacity of just turning off the sure hit.
Okay, what are you basing that on?
I just said it in that response.
Say it again?
Okay, we might be able to win if this continues. Right?
If what continues?
So
if what continues?
What Megumi's doing is going to continue. Do you think he just knows he's only doing this? Like, why would they would just literally die?
I'm sorry, what?
If Megumi's just turning off their sure hit for 5 minutes, there would be zero hope there. Why do you think Nanami would care if he turned off his sure hit for 5 minutes?
Maybe. Okay, never. I think we're just gonna move on, brother. Yeah, we can continue this debate later. I'm not hearing any debunks. So let's just move on. But thank you for sharing your points, man. I mean, I think it's just like the point I made at the start is just a very strong, solid, honest argument. It's just we legitimately see.
No, that's like genuinely one of the worst arguments I think I've heard.
I mean, if that's the case, you wouldn't have you wouldn't.
Never just just ruins it completely.
No, it's fine. I mean, if it was actually a bad point, then I think you would have debunked it by now.
No, I definitely didn't. I think anyone who's not like a Glazer of your channel and is actually knows how to debate with no, I debunked that. Is it,
you debunked it. You said what? Wait, what did you debunk exactly?
Your entire Jogo chain scale. Is this recorded? Will it be saved?
So hold on a second. You're saying what you're saying here, right? You just said your point of the reason why Dagon gets let me make sure I encapsulate it all into one solid sentence here. Your point that the reason why domain amped Dagon performs worse than a base form not trying Jogo against the same characters is because Dagon is holding back, splitting his power, and he's getting nerfed by Megumi. All three of these things are not stated. But that's your argument. Okay. That's your solid debunk, and you think that's right.
Okay, I don't know if you've left your mother's breast, but I don't think you really need everything to be explicitly stated for for us to infer it. It's pretty simple. I've made the claim, but
so that was your argument, right? And that was your argument, right?
I'm not going straight from Dagon to Jogo. Connection between.
If I'm gonna be honest, brother, I was just waiting for you to debunk even one of my points. You didn't yet, and that's okay. Because I wanted to talk about the other stuff you said too. Because so far it just seems like every point you've made hasn't really debunked anything I've said. And then
will this be saved?
Oh, hold on. And then what else was it? You had also talked about Dagon being stronger. I don't know. We'll have to continue this later.
Will this be saved? Yes or no?
Yeah, I'm doing a debate stream.
Will the VOD be saved?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll send it to people, and I can get other people's thoughts on it, like actual debaters. Like, I genuinely don't think a single person will say that I lost any like point enough.
Well, I mean, you completely misinterpreted this one scene here. Like, I had to correct you on like the way this scene happened. You thought that Nanami just knew Megumi was opening the hole in the domain, and then I said no, that happens afterwards. You didn't even know that.
I said multiple times that he didn't know that he was drilling a hole in his domain, but okay.
All right, and then I mean, were you even okay? No, let me not say that. The other thing is yeah, I mean, we just have a pretty clear one-to-one. So here's the thing, right? Your argument requires more assumptions than mine.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Wait,
We can count the assumptions actually. We can just have a mathematical number to this because the assumptions you're making, is that the domain clash is nerfing Dagon, even though it's not stated. That's one assumption. The other assumption.
That's not an assumption. That's an inference. Okay, you don't know what assumption is. What's an assumption?
Hold on a second. Let me finish listing these off.
No,
and then
what's an assumption? No, like, please, like, what is an assumption? Because you're claiming it's an assumption when it's it's an inference. You don't know what that means. You don't know what an assumption is.
Here, let me finish listing these off. And then the next one was what was the other one? You said, oh yeah, you said he's still splitting his technique evenly. And then what was the other thing you said? The other thing.
I don't think you know what an assumption is.
No. I mean, this is just not that. These debunks.
Do you know what an assumption is? Can you please tell me? Please tell me what an assumption is, because neither one of us assumptions.
Yes, everybody here knows these very basic terms, man. So
okay, yeah, do you? I mean, everybody here might, but do you know what it means? Like,
well, yeah, I'm included in everybody, but so then the next thing was
hope everybody listening knows that you don't know what an assumption is. Like, neither of those are assumptions; those are both inferences.
No, that's not what I said. But you'll be able to rewind and just hear.
You said they were assumptions. You don't know what an assumption is?
No. What you said... Okay, you said... I'm not sure if you're hearing what I'm saying, man. Because...
You said they're assumptions, and you refuse to tell me what an assumption is, but they're not.
Well, no, I mean, because that's like a word everybody knows. Like, why would... Like, that's like if somebody here just asked me, like, oh, you don't know what the word ice means? You don't know what ice is, bro? You want me to explain, like, oh, it's water when it's at a cold temperature? I don't feel like explaining these, like, really simple things.
That's like one of the few words you might know the definitions of. Like, you say everybody knows what assumptions mean, that isn't a definition for an assumption. Like, do you know what an assumption is, at least?
We'll just...
That's like a less commonly known word.
Okay, let me word it in a different way, right? How do I even word it?
That's like a less common word.
Hold on, let me see. How could I explain this? Like, okay, I'll word it like this, right?
On your phone, what an assumption is.
Sorry, what was that?
Are you googling what an assumption is on your phone? Like,
no, I'm just trying to think of a way to simplify this. Basically, a lot of these points here, you're making like pretty big stretch. Okay, how else could I word this?
I mean,
I don't know, man. It's just these counterpoints you're making, or a lot of your counterpoints are just based off of like not remembering certain things that happened, and that's all right. So like that's why I'm saying we can just continue this later. I think I'm just gonna move.
So how is him dividing up his strength me not remembering something from earlier? That's also not what an assumption is. Like,
no, that's not what I was talking about.
Your YouTube channel, like, aren't like completely like dick eating and just saying that you're winning because like you literally don't know what an assumption is.
No, that wasn't what I was referring to, right? Like, that wasn't even what I was.
Assumption.
Look, man, if you can just Google that, it's pretty simple.
No, I know exactly what an assumption is. What do you think an assumption is?
Okay, hold on. We're moving on here, man. So, okay, someone in my chat.
Like, literally,
Snellium, thank you for the donation, Snellium. I appreciate it, man. You said please, we beg you. Yeah, they want me to end this debate, man, because like no counters are really being made.
I mean, your chat are like, I mean, they're obviously your subscribers. They're obviously gonna dick you, but.
A lot of these people are not my subscribers. No, a lot of these people are not my subscribers.
If anyone competent is actually listening, they can know that I beat your ass and that like you don't even know what an assumption is.
But I mean, okay, but the difference between me and you is like you were the one who was like misremembering scenes and I was the one correcting you.
I mean, I said like 3 times that I
Well,
never,
didn't you say that you thought that
I said 3
Nanami like
times
just
he
knew that
wasn't.
Nanami knew he was making a hole in the barrier before Megumi told him?
Okay,
You said
I
that, right?
I said about 4 times that he didn't know he was doing that. I don't know if that's just like a
I mean,
misdirect
I guess I
thing.
can just rewind it and listen. I could do that, but
You definitely.
but no, it's fine. I mean, I think this is a good stopping point because I didn't even get to use any other like this whole thing we've been on is just one point I made. I didn't even get to use any of the other ones because you didn't get past the first point I made. You spent like 45 minutes trying to get past one point.
I'm gonna send the recording to people. I think I scaled Dagon above Jogo, even by in your scaling. Like that's fine.
Well, no, I mean I had other points. I just didn't even get to use any of them. This whole time I've been trying to get you to explain why do you think like what's your reasoning for Jogo just massively outperforming him and we've gone like all over the place, but you haven't really directly proven it. But no, it's fine. We got to move on to other people, brother.
The big words are a little hard, but I'm gonna send people this recording, and I'm gonna get people to transcribe it, and nobody's gonna say I lost.
Okay, I mean, I guess that's
like,
fine.
I'll get people to like write about it if you want. Like it can be put in writing for you. Like,
well, no, I
it
think
might be a little easier.
no. My stance on this is just like at the end of the day, it's just we're talking about literal comic books. It's not a big deal. So I mean, if you think you won, that's fine. I mean, for me, like when I do honestly, when I do debates, like they're fun, but my main goal with doing debates is just to learn more about the series. So I mean, if you're able to beat me in a debate, that's good. I'm fine with it.
You're like the biggest stone waller I've ever seen. Like you.
I'm being straight up honest with you.
Times you stood in the stone wall, like refusing to move.
Well, no, that's fine. I mean, I'm being straight up honest. If you beat me in a debate, that's completely okay with me. Because like if that happens, then usually I just end up learning more about the series as a result. So if you have better points than me, you have better stuff, you understand it better than me, please win.
Yeah,
okay. Please go ahead and point out the things that I'm wrong about. That's well, no, that's legitimately why I do open debates with all these people. No, I'm being straight up honest with you. Like, do you really think I think I'll win every one of these? I don't care.
Even if he's gonna change your mind.
No, I legitimately don't care. Like, if people beat me in a debate, I'm like, all right, cool. I just learned more about JJK as a result. It's a literal manga. Okay, so if you win a debate, good. So I mean, yeah, go ahead. But like my point, like I think that the point I made is really solid, and I mean, I guess we could. I'm willing to talk about more of these other points you were bringing up, like the things of him holding back, him doing this and that. But I'd like you to be able to prove these points, other than just saying like, like you're using debate terms, they're good. But yeah, I think.
Term that I use.
But I think we can just pause here. Like someone else. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, there's other points I didn't even get to use. There's a lot more, but I think like we can just like talk later, like, because other people want to say things too. So yeah, but thank you for sharing those points, man. I mean, they're interesting points. Like maybe there's some points you're making there that are worth like discussing more. Like maybe you could make an argument that even if they don't say they're being nerfed with domain amp, maybe they don't have their domain amp anymore in a domain clash. Like then that brings up some other interesting arguments. Like then you'd have to say stuff like Gojo and Sukuna don't have a domain amp anymore when they're fighting. Do you think every domain clash works like that? I don't know. There's interesting arguments you can make. Yeah. Also, Megumi's domain isn't even complete. It's an incomplete domain. So there's interesting stuff you could talk about there. But I think that's there's so many maybes, what ifs, all that stuff is just like it should be its own debate. So, oh, thank you for the donation, Gigas. No, I'm not gonna do that. I appreciate. Thank you for the donation though. But yeah, we can talk about it more later because I think we're just kind of like stuck, like it's not really progressing. But we can talk about it more later, all right?
Sure.
So yeah, I guess I don't know. I got a bunch of people messaging me. Here, let me see. What did Professor Fiction said something too? What? I actually can't see them. Hold on. Is Professor Fiction still here?
Yeah, what up?
Yo, what's up, bro? You were saying something?
Oh, I was just asking if like anyone was allowed to jump in because I was gonna say something to the other guy, but I I just popped in here to see what's going on.
Oh,
I saw you were streaming about Maki versus Sukuna, and I was curious on what exactly you meant by that, because it seems a little obvious to me.
yeah, no, like the main reason I wanted to do this was because like Restless Gambler, he posted a post today where someone was saying that like Maki was stronger than Sukuna. And I wanted to see like if that was something other people thought as well. So I mean, my stance on it, I think Maki legitimately might just lose to Three Finger Sukuna, Yujikuna. That's my stance on it. But I guess like maybe since that went on so long, maybe we could just have the rest of the debate be open. So yeah, I think we could just talk about that, like Maki versus Three Finger Yujikuna. If anyone wants to share anything, you can just feel free.
Hey, Lenny, go to a different chat with me.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I mean, I don't know what anyone else is gonna say. I really don't care about exactly which version of Sukuna Maki scales to. I think I was just curious about what exactly you meant by that, because I was like, Maki versus Yujikuna, like what?
Oh yeah,
What the hell?
and to clarify, like Restless Gambler, he didn't think that Maki's actually stronger than Sukuna. He was pointing it out, saying like this is a crazy take. That's what he was doing.
I saw the post too.
Yeah,
I saw the post too. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, no, yeah, I should clarify that. No, he didn't think that that she was stronger. He was just saying it was like crazy. But yeah, I like you're saying you think Yujikuna's just like way above as well.
I mean, I think there's two interpretations to it, right? Interpretation A is either Maki and by extension, well, I guess Toji and by extension Maki are relative to Three Finger Sukuna, which Megumi implied. In terms of physical stats, right? Well, for sure, speed, physical punching power might be a little different, but whatever. There's that, and then interpretation B is that Maki is a physical rival, but still inferior to 15 Finger Sukuna. But even in that case, I still think 15 Finger Sukuna would annihilate her pretty badly, even if they have like the same speed and strength.
Yeah, I don't think she scales to 15 Finger at all, because like I think she's I think her best stat is her defense, but like everything else is just getting like cooked by Sukuna, I think.
So when this I don't really know what I think about it personally, but when Sukuna was fighting spoilers, by the way, I don't know if this is spoiler free or not. Spoilers for anime onlys. When Sukuna fights Maki later in the manga, and it's like, oh, his output is being nerfed because of Megumi. Do you think that applies to his physical stats and his curse technique? Or, because there are some translations that imply that his physical stats are the same as normal, but it's his curse technique that is lower.
Yeah, I've seen that too, and I'm kind of like 50-50 on it.
Me too.
Like, I mean, I can honestly see both. I think both interpretations make sense. Like, I think even if he's just using like 10% of 15 Finger Sukuna's like raw physicals, he would still just be above them both, I think.
Well, it's a little wishy-washy, because the thing is that he only hits 10% like right when he's about to hit them. That was what's stated. But also, that really wouldn't make sense considering Megumi already said Toji was around 3 finger level, and like that would put Maki at like a finger and a half lower, if anything, because obviously Sukuna's 1v2ing them and he's still kind of winning. So I do think it's like that is less consistent, but I do think that there is a middle ground. Personally, I think like gun to my head, I would lean towards Maki just being a 15 finger rival physically, but like I said, I don't think it matters, because between his domain, he's still like faster and stronger, and he can like mess her up with contact cleaves. Like, I do think it's a dub for Sukuna, no matter how you look at it.
I think it's interesting to like thinking about how his domain interacts with Maki. Uh, because like I don't know if the sure hits would hit her, but Fuga should still just hit her anyway.
His sure hit would hit her because Sukuna's domain is able to hit inanimate objects, and Maki is considered an inanimate object in domains. So his domain sure hit would be able to hit her.
I don't think that's true, because he wouldn't have closed it off with the fire thing at the end of the series. Like, he had to make concessions with his last domains at the end of the series to try to kill her. If he could just do it with his normal domain, then that wouldn't be necessary.
No. That had nothing to do with Maki.
It literally was.
I think it did. I think it had something to do with her.
No, Miwa is literally there protecting Maki with simple domain.
What does that have to do with what I just said?
Okay, so if Maki isn't being hit by the sure hit at all, she's being protected by it, then Sukuna's doing it to stop Miwa? Is that what it is?
No. I don't have it in front of me, but it literally, the narrator states that he changed he made like a pseudo barrier for his domain so that he could trap Maki in. Otherwise, she could get out. If my thing here is, if he could just do that with his normal domain, he wouldn't need to add extra conditions to try to kill her. He could just do his normal domain.
Hold on, I'll go look at what you're talking about, but that doesn't really make sense considering Maki is able to go between barriers. Barriers can't confine her.
But the well, I guess it would be there. I don't know. I have to look it up. I'm pretty sure it's just the distance in which you would have to travel to escape it. But I'm pretty sure it literally states that he does something to close the barrier off. I think it's like the debris from the furnace to like make a pseudo barrier or something to try to trap her in. Otherwise, he was afraid she would escape.
Yeah, I remember he did something weird, like specifically for Maki. I need to read a couple different translations of that scene again, because like the Viz translation of it's pretty bad. I need to like look at other.
Yeah, that's why I would need to look, but it doesn't make. I'll just say that doesn't make sense because Maki. The reason she's immune to domains is because she can walk in and out of them whenever she wants. Well, that's why during the culling games, she is literally like going to the different colonies. She was in Sakurajima colony when she fought Naoya, and then she goes to Tokyo colony to talk to Megumi and Yuji. Like she ignores barriers essentially.
Yeah, but I remember he did like some kind of weird binding vow, I think specifically to be able to hit her, but I don't remember.
But you can take your own logic and apply it to his domain though, right? It could be that instead of her, I know it states that she's treated as an inanimate object, but it could just be the case that she's like ignored altogether, and that would follow because again, as you said, which you're correct, he can target inanimate and creatures with his domain. If he could just do that anyway, and she's considered like a building, then he wouldn't have to add the concessions to try to kill her. He would just kill her with regular shrine. Right?
Well, that's what I'm saying is like the translation I'm looking at is suspect. And so I would need to see the raws to make a deduction on it, because the translation I'm looking at doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, this translation's pretty bad.
The Viz one is like, Sukuna did all of this, so Maki is immune to it. Like it's like the freaking Gojo saying he can't use Black Flash thing. Like it's literally doesn't make any sense.
But I would say like to the earlier, to like the beginning of the conversation. I think if we're talking about in the series Maki, she washes Three Finger Sukuna, or at least it's a hard fight, 100%.
Why do you say that?
I think when you factor in the fact that, like, I know somebody made a claim that like he could just cleave her off. I mean, we saw like in Shinjuku. I'm sorry, I'm gonna fuck these. I'm sorry, I'm gonna mess these names up. But he cleaved her straight in the face, and it didn't blow her head off. Right? I think at that point it'll take a lot more for him. And this is in a series, Sukuna, right? This is 20 fingers, right? He's already reincarnated in Megumi's body, right? Fully, like 4 arms. And
to be fair, he is like insanely weakened, but yeah, that is true.
Yeah, well, fair, but I mean, like, even at that point, they were still making statements that he wasn't trying, right?
I mean, I agree that version of Sukuna is like stronger than Three Finger Sukuna. Yeah.
Say again?
I said I was just saying I still agree that version of Sukuna is stronger than Three Finger Sukuna. Like I was just saying.
Right. And like again, the fact that he's not one-shotting people at that point, and now granted they were doing the switch training, so they're a lot stronger. Like don't think they could do it with Maki though. I think it literally states they couldn't do it with Maki. And then he's still not one-shotting her, which he didn't change at all, right? Like I don't think Three Fingers is doing something that 15 and 20 couldn't, right? Maybe he still could win, like especially domains. Maybe he still could do the edge, but then again, with the previous conversation about him having to literally add binding vows just to kill her or attempt to kill her, with his malevolent shrine, I don't know. That's like a tough fight. I think even the domain wouldn't like give him the edge there.
Yeah, I mean those are good arguments. Like I'm looking at the panel here. So yeah, I mean, I need to look at better translations to see like what Sukuna's actual binding vow was that he did, but it does look like he was capable of hitting Maki. Otherwise, Miwa wouldn't really have a reason for like trying to protect her, because she's like going out of her way to protect Maki using simple domain, and then he has Fuga on top of that, and Todo saves them from Fuga. So that implies like the Fuga might have actually just killed Maki if it landed. And like Three Finger Sukuna still just has that same ability. So I think like if he just uses domain plus Fuga, and he's not like massively jacked up the way that he is when he's doing this one, Maki would just die to that.
I don't think so. I think it's Cleave that adjusts to the level of their cursed energy to always pretty much be a guaranteed one shot. We see him try to do that against Yuji and Yuta in the in Yuta's domain, and he doesn't one shot either one of them. Right now, again, I want to stress the fact that Yuta and Yuji were doing the switch training. They got stronger, right? They could not do the switch training with Maki. This is just Maki after she fights Noyaya, whatever, the projection sorcerer, right? Mm-hmm. And he hits her in the face with Cleave, and it just like tears her face a little bit, right? He hits her with a black flash, and it doesn't outright kill her. And this is 20 finger Sukuna. You can say weakened or whatever, but this is still a Sukuna that is way stronger than 3 finger Yuji Sukuna, and he still isn't able to well, he can damage her, but he's not ending her, right? Mm-hmm. How do you say 3 fingers Sukuna does it?
Yeah, those are good arguments. I mean, so like the thing is, Maki scaling against the Sukuna that she fought is pretty weird, because that Sukuna was massively nerfed like ridiculously and was holding back at the same time. So it was like, because we know that damage makes your output lower, and he was jacked up. Like he had taken soul damage from the soul split katana, was stabbed through the heart, had taken a bunch of punches from Yuji that lowers his output even more after every hit. He couldn't even use his domain. He couldn't even use RCT. Like he couldn't do like anything. And he was still just like having fun fighting Maki. And then the moment he wanted to, he just blitzed her. So it shows like, even though she was able to fight him for a while, if he was trying at the beginning, he would have just blitzed her at the beginning.
Well, to be fair, he tried to do the dimensional slasher off real.
Yeah, no, that's true. She did dodge that. That's a really good feat.
She did. I mean, like, we could say that he's not trying per se, but he was trying to kill them, 100%. Like, we're not going to sit here and say we were doing like, oh, I'm actually secretly you're a trainer, and I'm trying to get you stronger for the next generation. No. He was trying to send their ass to the next fight.
I mean, again, like, honestly, against Maki, he really wasn't trying that much, though. Because, like, the moment he starts, like, because that explains why he blitzed her. Like, the moment he tries, she can't see him anymore. So everything he's doing before that, he's not using that blitzing speed. But he could have from the beginning.
I think what happens there is that, what's like, again, I mean, you can't, there's no argument you can give that cutting Yuta in half is him not trying to kill them. Like, the mere fact that he's trying to kill them is showing that he's doing it, he's exerting himself to a degree. Again, I don't think he was using every card in his bag, right? I don't think he had to. I think he was trying to save it, because like Sukuna, he's a crafter. He's like they say, sorcerer's a card artist. He's always trying to like be one step ahead in case they try to like get the jump on him, right? But he was trying to kill them. So to make the point I was trying to make, I just think that in that moment, like he says it himself, this is the first person in history that has given me a role who was stronger. Genjutsu or the physical body, and he just wanted to play that role that he was given. So he locked in.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, like all of Sukuna's attacks are like designed for killing his opponents. So if he's fighting somebody at all, he's trying to kill them, right? Like even for example, a good example would be against Ryu. When he first saw Ryu, he just casually throws a slash at him and he's like, "Oh, I was trying to cut you into 3 pieces." And he's like, "My bad. The next attack, I'll actually try." So both of those attacks were designed to kill Ryu, but only the second one was him actually trying.
And what was that attack that killed him?
He killed him with Cleave, I think. Like, that's a debatable thing too. It might have just been dismantled because we only see the aftermath of the attack, but it did kind of look like Cleave.
I'm pretty sure it was Cleave, and you are right. All we see is the aftermath. But this regardless of that, he literally hit Maki with a Cleave, and it didn't even like severely injure her.
Yeah, I agree. Maki's best feat is actually her defense, but there is one like counter argument to that.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. Her best feat is ducking that dimensional slash.
Oh yeah, but to be honest, I don't think the world cutting slash is that fast. It's just a normal dismantle. Because I mean that's literally how it's described. It's just a dismantle with the target changed. Like
yeah, but like
you can actually
no one has dodged it.
It's just
other than her.
Yeah, it's just not that. Well, when I say not that fast, I mean like not that fast compared to like Gojo and Sukuna. But like oh no, you're good. But yeah, to like everyone else, pretty much no one can dodge Sukuna's attacks anyway. But
just Maki to go.
Yeah, I mean like what was I saying though? Oh yeah, I was saying there's one counter argument to the Cleave thing. Cleave might adapt to his opponent's cursed energy, and that's like what makes it so it can adapt to durability. Maki doesn't have any cursed energy, so Cleave might inherently be weaker against her.
Might be. I don't know if it.
I think it's actually stated that that's what it does.
No, it is what it does, but at that point, because then that's still a feat for her because she's protecting against cursed energy, Jujutsu with just her physical body. Like, there's no way you can there's no way there's like Sukuna, right? This 1,000-year-old sorcerer is like, okay, I'm gonna make this jutsu, right? Not jutsu. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna have this technique of mine, and its one drawback is people with low curse or low or no curse energy at all. Like that. Nah, come on now. Like,
well, no, it's just like how Cleave works, though. It's just
wait, hold on though. Wait, Sukuna's never met anyone with no cursed energy.
That's true. Maki was, and actually, you could make the argument like that's how he could tell. He's like, oh wow, she survived Cleave. She doesn't have cursed energy. Like maybe that's how he could.
Well, nah, he knew because he could sense her. But like,
that's
it's just
true.
kind of like a weird examples, like, like MMA fighters don't practice to fight people that can fly because nobody can fly. You know what I mean? It's like
Sukuna does though. Like, that's not like I get what you're saying. I agree with that. But this is Sukuna. Like,
yeah, I just think like based on what we're told though, Cleave is just less effective against her.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I'm just based on what we've seen, Cleave is less effective against her, but she does have really good defense either way.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say here is that okay. Let's take your argument. So let's say you're right.
I mean, she survives black flashes from him, which is crazy. I think that's more impressive.
The black flash? Yeah. Well, hold up. Let's take your argument and say that, Cleave, for some reason, is like, there's like a loophole when it comes to Maki. Sukuna has known, at least for a month prior to the fight, about Maki, right? When their first scuffle, right? When it came to Gojo, he found a way to try to get around Infinity. When it came to ducking the fact that Yuji is a perfect vessel, he found a way around that by transferring to Megumi. Why would he just have this one loophole? He already knows she's a problem. Even in their fight, when they're tussling, he's like, oh, okay, so she's tough. When Urame comes up, he was like, yeah, you did a good job targeting her, right? Like he's already acknowledging that she's strong, but you don't come up with any countermeasures. to combat her?
No,
Like,
yeah, I mean,
not
that's a
Sukuna
fair
at all.
point. It's definitely possible, and I'd even say in character for Sukuna to do something like that. So that's also possible. Another, like, one last thing I want to say though, because I do have to wrap up the stream and get going. But Urame beats Maki. So like for us to say that Three Finger Sukuna would lose to Maki, that would mean that like Three Finger Sukuna's like below Urame.
How did,
I mean, that's not ridiculous.
I think it's
I mean,
kind
I
of
don't know. She didn't beat Maki. She just stopped. Like she just stopped her.
well, no,
stopped
she
her.
like legit like one shots Maki because like she's frozen in the ice cube, right? Like and we don't see her like get out of that. Like she's frozen long enough for Sukuna and Urame to leave. They're like laughing at them. She kind of just won that fight.
But I don't. We don't even see her. Hold up. Like I don't know. I feel like Maki is like tanking lightning bolts. I don't know if the ice is really doing much to stop her.
Well, the problem is like, she kind of blitzes Maki too because Maki has precognition, and that's like the perfect type of attack that she should be able to sense because it's literally her just freezing the air. So, and her precognition is based on her like feeling the elements around her. So like she gets blitzed and low key kind of just one shot battle removed by Urame, and it's really hard to say Urame is like below Three Finger Sukuna.
I don't know.
Why do you?
Yeah,
I don't think that's ridiculous to say at all.
I definitely Urame. I think is just actually getting domain diffed.
I mean, okay, if you
Or
that
just
could be
blitz-
true, but
well,
that would be
I
more
mean-
of, like a matchup thing. That'd
Well,
be more
I
of a
mean, I
matchup thing
more-
than, like Sukuna just like having more raw power per se. You know,
More,
Like,
more
that's-
than that
that's not
though, it's
exactly
like
the same.
Urame was struggling to react to piercing blood, this Mach 1 attack, you know. Meanwhile, like Yujikuna is implied to be on this like he's just implied to be
I mean,
beyond this tier.
by your own admission though, that's a little contradictory considering Maki can like bob and weave things that are Mach 3 though.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean
I
like
feel-
Urame doesn't have to scale in reaction speed to her attack. Like her
I mean, she
I mean, all right. I mean,
like,
in that
yeah,
case, then it, like it gets a little different. It gets a little different then.
Yeah, because I think Urame's attack might just be faster than what Urame can react to.
Wait, hold on. Actually, I have a good argument too. All it was an attack, was a surprise attack. Like they both, both of them sensed her activating the maximum technique, because that's what it was, a maximum technique, I'm pretty sure, or maximum output, right? Like it was just a surprise attack because it was engaged in battle. But that same notion is like Sukuna slower than Maki because Maki surprise attacked him and stabbed him through the heart. Like
No, I mean this
got
is
caught off
different.
guard.
It's different for Maki though because she has precognition, and I think that exact scene she like actually looks at Urame. Here, I'll pull it up. I think she looks straight at
All
Urame.
of them turn around. All of them, I remember, all of them sent the first energy. They turn around, but at that point, she's already activated the maximum output.
Yeah, and it's like if Maki was faster than that, she would have just dodged it. Like put Gojo in that situation, bro's weaving it.
I mean, like, but at the same time, she's just relative to Sukuna there, meaning like that version of Sukuna, whatever power level you think he's at, that version of Sukuna would also get hit by max output Frostcomb.
No, I think Sukuna dodges it. I think Sukuna literally dodges it.
No. Wait,
Well, not
look,
'cause-
there's so many examples of people.
No, Sukuna does
falling
dodge it.
hard
Suku-
and taking damage for it.
No, I mean like that's like the hard part about it is because like
I mean, like,
well no you can
I think
see
could
the
argue-
area that's hit.
Here's the thing, because I brought this up earlier. Like people bring up the Megumi statement, but Megumi, like in that same panel, or not same panel, but in the same chapter, he like just basically gets blitzed by Toji, where he like sets up a whole trap to stab him, and then he like stabs Toji's after image, and he's like, "How did he dodge me?" So like he was just underestimating. Either he was underestimating, or it was like a precog feat. But either way, like the reaction speed is clearly like better than Sukuna actually. If the speed was really like equal to Three Finger Sukuna.
Well, the problem is like he just said he was on par with Three Finger Sukuna, and Three Finger Sukuna had low output when he fought Megumi anyway, and wasn't trying the whole time. So like he doesn't know like what Three Finger Sukuna is even capable of, and still thought Toji was relative. But anyway, like I have this but what you made is a really good point though, Anno, because he doesn't really know the limits of either of them. This panel on screen though, you can see Maki and Yuji both look at Urame before Urame even starts the chant. Like they look at Urame first. Sukuna notices Urame as well, and you see where Sukuna's standing. He's like almost right next to them. You can see he's like right behind this railing. And then in the next panel, when you look at everything that's hit, like that railing is hit. So like Sukuna just straight up dodges it, but Yuji and Maki don't. So it's like
no,
What chapter is this?
hold on. She literally states
215.
215.
like the focus was on Maki and Yuji. Like the intended target wasn't Sukuna, so he had time to respond to him. She literally says,
But like they're all next to each other though. They're all next to each other though. It's like you can even look at like the area that was hit, like where Sukuna was standing is also covered in ice.
I grant you that, but like the intention isn't to hit him. Like, what did she say next when they were leaving? She was like, or I guess they were leaving. She was like, "I'm sorry, something, whatever. I didn't. I put more. I forget the exact words. Because pretty much she focused more on Maki, and then Sukuna even praises her, like, yeah, you did the right thing, right? Like those statements kind of like lead credence to the fact that like the person they were concerned about was Maki.
Well, yeah, like she put more power into it, but it doesn't necessarily mean more speed.
I don't think that part matters so much as the fact that like Maki's obviously closer. Even if Urame's range extends to where Sukuna's standing, it's like standing right in front of a machine gun versus being like 10 feet away, right? You have the further you are from the center or from the range of an attack, the more time you have to react to it.
Well, they were all about like genuinely about equal distance, like because
I don't think they were, because the distance between Sukuna and Maki is like the same as the distance as Maki and Urame, meaning Sukuna would basically have twice as much time to react than Maki would.
Well, no, it's kind of like an L shape, right? Like if you have like one top of an L.
Right. All right. It's like I think the math would pan out to like 50% or whatever the Pythagorean theorem is. Yeah.
I mean, like they're kind of
also like he's farther away. He's moving from a less concentrated distance, because of distance it would approach Maki first faster than it's extending towards Sukuna. On top of the fact that obviously she is focusing it that way.
He's not the focus. Maki is the focus.
I mean, like, I'm just saying there's a real chance that it was all like equal speed and Sukuna's the only one not getting hit because he's the fastest of the three. There's a real chance of that.
I mean, he is a bit faster, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying like they're in the same ballpark. They're in the same tier.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an interesting debate. There's like different arguments for it. I just lean more towards three-finger Yujikuna because it's like in most cases, if Sukuna's relative to somebody in stats, he's just going to win with like binding vow spam and like skill diffing them. Like he just finds a way to win. I lean more towards three-finger Yujikuna, but I think there's fair arguments for both sides. But
the debate is more so like, yeah, like I don't think it matters which version of Sukuna, because like that would more so like three-finger Sukuna, the only person it scales to is Maki. It's not like, well, you can't lowball Maki to that. And it's like, well, the only thing Sukuna has is scaling to Toji. Like wherever Toji is, you could put three-finger Sukuna, and if you don't think that's true, then three-finger just scales nowhere. So I don't think it really like affects the whole lot.
But then the question there would be like, we don't have no fucking shade of Toji. I like Toji, right? But like, we don't have Toji fighting these in-game characters, but we have Maki fighting 20 fingers to Sukuna, right?
But they're stated to be equals though, and Heavenly Restriction guys can't really get much stronger. But I do have to get going though, guys. I was supposed to end the stream like 30 minutes ago, but I just like didn't. I do have to get going, you guys.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, you guys. But you can, if you want, you can still debate in the voice chat. Sorry for not letting you finish your point, bro. I do have to get going though. But all right. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. All right, chat. Yeah, that's it for this debate stream. That's it for this one. Let's see. Did I miss any messages? Dark World, bro, I'm sorry. I saw you were sending me a bunch of stuff, Dark World. If you're in the chat, I'm sorry. I just like didn't have time to read it. I kept getting notification. It said like notification from Dark World. I saw a bunch of notifications. I just didn't get a chance to read them until right now. I'm sorry about that. But these are all good points. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. And I will see you on the next one. Tomorrow, I'm thinking I'll post a video tomorrow, like Gojo versus oh no, not Gojo versus, I want to do like a Gojo power scaling video tomorrow and post that. So yeah, I'll have a new video tomorrow, and I'll probably post some shorts before I go to bed tonight. So like there'll be some shorts like in the middle of the night posted, all right? And then like an actual video tomorrow. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the... You said Dark World and Lilos, hope we get another collab. Oh yeah, we'll probably do more. We'll probably do more. Alright, see you guys.